Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another recipe video. Today's video we're gonna make Kong Guksu, which is a Korean dish. It's one of my favorite noodle dishes that you may not have heard of. It is basically cold soybean noodle soup. It is delicious in my opinion. I don't know if you'll like it, but I love it, and I want to show you guys how to make it without soybeans. So normally you make it with like actual soybeans. You have to like soak it, cook it, all that stuff. But today we're gonna make it without any soybeans. We're gonna make it really, really simple. It's gonna be delicious. Instead of soybeans, like fresh raw soybeans, we're gonna use tofu because this is made of soybeans. So we're gonna use tofu as one of our main ingredients. Most of the ingredients you will have already in your kitchen. It's very simple. It's high in protein. It's so good in my opinion. It's perfect for like hot days because it's a cold noodle soup. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so this is a really quick and simple, easy dish. I already have some water boiling, so that's the first step, guys. Have some water boiling, and then we're gonna cook up our noodles. So I'm using these thin wheat noodles that I got from the Korean supermarket. It's called somen or somen. It's basically just really thin wheat noodles. You can use, you know, whatever noodles you want, but I do recommend, you know, using wheat noodles because it's delicious and it's nice and chewy, and I think these noodles would go really well. Okay, so we're gonna cook these up. These take very, very little time to cook, so it's gonna be a very, very quick dish. So let's throw it into our boiling water. It's gonna cook in about less than 5 minutes probably, or about 5 minutes. So we're just gonna put it in there. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure it's all just submerged into the water. Here we go. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. There we go. And now we can make the soup, okay? So it's a cold soup. You may not like this, okay? I really like it, but some people may not like it, okay? I feel like it has a very mild, sort of deeper flavor. I don't know, I'll explain it later. So cold, creamy, delicious, savory soup. So first, you can take water, or I'm actually using soy milk since we're doing soybean noodle soup. I figured I'll use soy milk. I made it with water when I was testing it out and it was still delicious, so feel free to use water if you want. And then I also have, of course, our tofu. I'm using medium firm tofu. You could probably use any other form of tofu, maybe just adjust the amount of water or liquid you add depending on the type of tofu. So if you're using like firm tofu, you might need a little bit more liquid. If you're using soft tofu, a little less liquid, I know. Next ingredient is going to be either peanut butter, or I'm gonna try using cashew butter today. I just wanted to experiment. I made it with peanut butter when I was testing it out, and it was very delicious. So I wanted to try out making it with cashew butter because I know a lot of people are allergic to peanuts. So today we're using cashew butter. Although cashew butter is delicious. Next, we have sugar, some salt, and some sesame seeds. I'm using roasted sesame seeds. I haven't tried this with just regular sesame seeds. I just buy this big thing from the Korean supermarket, which is roasted sesame seeds. Every Korean probably has this in their pantry. So I just took some of this and we're gonna add this into the blender, and it's gonna add just like a really nice, very savory, nutty, sort of delicious taste. So roasted sesame seeds, and that's it for the soup, okay? Very, very simple, very easy. Now let's blend this up. Woo. Woo. All right. So while we were blending, the noodles were done cooking. See, it's a very, very quick recipe. So first, let's take a look at our cold soup. So it's definitely creamier than when I made it with water, for sure. So if you want a slightly more like thicker, creamier consistency, this is it. Ooh, let me try it. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Definitely gives a slightly different flavor profile. It's definitely a little bit more like, you can taste more of the soy a little bit. But obviously we use soy milk, so it's so good. We're gonna set this aside for now, and then we're gonna add some toppings, okay? So It's very simple, okay? You can just add some sliced cucumber and that's it. Keep it really simple. But I'm also gonna add some cherry tomatoes on top. That's a nice pop of color. It's very fresh and delicious. So I'm just going to slice the cucumber very thinly, and then we're just gonna do thin slices. There we go. And then I'm just gonna cut the tomatoes in half. And now it's basically ready to serve. So let's pour this in. So this basically makes, I would say, 2 servings-ish. And also, if it's too thick for you, depending on what you like, you can also add in more liquid. So you can either add in some more water, some more soy milk, or whatever. So let's pour it in. Ooh, oof. Never mind, it makes 1 serving. Oof. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. So we're just gonna top with some cucumber, some tomato, and this might come as a shock, but we're gonna add some ice. Yes, it comes with ice. Now you don't have to add ice, but this is how it's normally served. You add a few ice cubes in there to make it nice and cold and chilled. And this is a very popular dish during the summer months in Korea. Well, maybe not very popular, but it's definitely popular. I really like it. I do think there are people that don't like it. I mean, there are people that don't like, you know, a lot of things. So, but yeah, this is often served in Korea because it gets really hot in Korea. So yeah, it's served very, very chilled. And add 1 more thing of ice. Now, don't add too much ice because then it's gonna water it down. There you go. So simple. I'm gonna add a few little bits of sesame seeds in there. And there you have it. Cold soybean noodle soup. Let's give it a try. All right, you guys. So here is the delicious soybean noodle soup. Kong Guksu. Let's try it. I love this so much. It's not going to be like a very heavy flavor profile. Like it's not going to be a super extreme flavor bomb, but it has a really kind of more deeper, mild sort of taste, which I love so much. It's so comforting to me. Cheers. Soup. It's nice and savory, yet slightly sweet. It has like a deep, like rich soybean taste. It's refreshing. I mean, of course I make this video after summer's over, but still, I think it's good all year round. I gotta do 1 more bite. It's so good. Look at this, and it's really nice and creamy. I like to actually eat this with kimchi because it adds like a nice kind of contrasting flavor, but I don't have kimchi right now. So yeah, I would eat this with kimchi if I had some. Ooh. All right, you guys, so that is how you make cold soybean noodle soup, also known as Kong Guksu. FYI, Kong is beans in Korean and Guksu is noodles. So beans and noodles. There you go. I hope you guys try this out. I'll have the recipe in a blog post linked down below. So make sure you check it out if you want to try it out. This isn't like the traditional way to make it because obviously I used tofu instead of using actual soybeans, but I think it tastes really great as well. Hopefully you guys try it out and hopefully you enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you thumbs up this video and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.